Carolyn Dube here. Oh, what's the play for today? Well, it has to do with gel printing. And if you've been doing much gel printing, you might have a stack of prints that you like, but you're wondering what you do to them next. They don't feel complete or finished. You know you want to put some more layers onto them, but you're not sure what. And you may also have some prints that you kind of don't really love. They're kind of like, This is going to be a great thing to do on those too. We're going to be taking a mask and putting it on top of those and completely changing how the prints look. I'm going to start out by putting a layer of black paint onto the plate. Now this is an 8x10 gel press plate that I'm using here, and that was some Amsterdam paint. And I'm going to brayer it around, and this is a generous amount of paint. Not so much that I have a swimming pool, but I haven't been shy with this paint. Having a nice solid layer of this is very helpful if you want to get a solid print. So now that I've got it covered in black paint, now I'm going to bring in the mask. I absolutely adore this one. It is by Martice Smith and it is from StencilGirl Products. I'm just going to put it on there and then plop my print on top of it. I am making sure that I've got great contact between the paper and the paint, especially around the mask, because what I'm using here is cardstock, so it's a little bit heavier paper. And thanks to the mask, I've now got that fun pattern inside the shape of it. Now I'm going to pull the mask off of here, and there's still plenty of black paint on here. So I'm not going to waste this. I'm going to do another one. I need to put a little more paint on here because it does need to be a juicy layer of paint if you want to get that solid print on it. So I'm just going to braid it around to get it nice and even. And then I'm going to put that mask right back on there again. And you can play around with it. Do you want it off to the side? Do you want it in the center? Do you want it down low, up high? That's the cool part of this. It's really easy to adjust where you want it to be by simply putting it down in a different spot on the plate. Now for this print, it just has color on it. There isn't any other pattern, and it will work wonderfully with this mask as well. Now I am going to make sure I've got good contact, especially around where the stencil is. So I'll use my fingertips, I'll use my hand, I'll go over it a couple of times because if the paper doesn't touch the paint, it's not going to pick any of it up. And again, because I'm using a cardstock, I do need to be a little more aware of that just because it's a thicker, heavier paper. I purposely am using a generous amount of black paint when I'm doing this because I wanted that solid black on there so it really makes the shape of this mask stand out. But let's say you don't want as solid of a black on there. Well, guess what? Just use a little less paint. And if you find it's not quite as dark as what you want it to be, it may mean that you need to use a little bit more paint. Now I've used black paint for all of these prints here today, but could I have used white or blue or yellow? Yep, you bet you can use any color that you want. So why did I choose black then? Well, the reason why is because I wanted to really make that mask stand out. I really wanted that pattern to jump. And by doing the black, it really allows whatever background is on that print, whatever the earlier layer was, to really stand out and shine. So that's why I went for black, but you absolutely can use any color that you want. Now this print was just kind of a boring green print until I put this mask on it, and now I am in love with it. One of the things that I love about this technique is it works with any print that's in your stash that you want to add a layer to. If you've got one that's pretty much almost a solid print, it'll work on that. If you've got one that has a bunch of pattern on it, it'll work on that. If you've got one that just has some areas of color and it's not a lot going on with it, it'll work on that. It will work on any of those prints in your stash where you're wondering, well, what can I do for that next layer? Take a look through your stash of gel prints. And if there happen to be any in there where you're like, I don't know what I want to do next on these, you know it needs something, but you're not sure what, give a mask a try. See how that one layer can really shift it and change it up. Well, thanks so much for joining me for today's play. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd so appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. And of course, if you want to see more of what I'm up to, as well as check out my gel printing workshops, if you want to go deeper on that, it's all over my website at acolorfuljourney.com. Thanks so much for letting me be a part of your colorful journey.